All right, so basically this is going to be just a quick video of how you bubble a story. I hope it works. If you can't hear me very well, I'm sorry, or if this picture looks a little fuzzy, the autofocus isn't working great. But basically how you bubble a story is in the center, you do your first bubble. And in this bubble, you write the title of the story that you're bubbling. So if we were doing grounded, grounded would go in the middle. And then around all the outside bubbles would be details, facts, or things that are important that stand out to me. So as I'm reading the story, I can fill this out as I'm going. I can stop every minute or 2 minutes or whatever and fill in the details or the facts. And this will help me improve my comprehension skills, or more or less help me remember what's happening in the story. When we read, we want to pull things out that we connect with, or we want to pull things out to help us remember because we think they might be important. This is especially helpful during testing time or any time that you need to remember a lot of information quickly. I use this for everything, whether it's reading a story or if I'm planning a camping trip. I bubble everything out and it helps me remember. If I'm preparing to, deliver a speech or a talk or whatever, I'll bubble it out and it helps me organize my thoughts. So, with that, if we were bubbling grounded, I would be reading grounded at the same time. And as I'm reading or as I'm listening to my partner read, I would just put in facts and details. The point is you want to fill this whole space in with as much as you possibly can. And like I said, this is just an example, so I probably won't have time to fill in all this because I don't want to take up all of your whole entire day watching Mr. Palmer bubble. But basically what you need to do is just fill in details. So I'm actually going to switch pens. Maybe it will be easier to read. So I put my title in the middle. Now I'm just going to fill in details as my partner would read. And I'd say, okay, she had a 1960s Chevy Impala. That's a detail. What color is it? Does it say? I don't know yet. Okay, but she liked the radio to be blasting. Radio was loud, and then I could put any other details that I hear about the Chevy Impala off this one. So if it was red, we put red right here, which I think it is, and that would be that bubble. Okay, as I go over here and keep reading, I'll put in more details as I hear them. So we know that something happened Saturday night. My partner's still reading, and we know that's okay. Oh, now the grandma, and okay, and we know that they speak Spanish. And let's see, the grandma was a backup singer. I think that's what it says, right? Backup singer, backup singer in a band. And you can see I'm doing this very sloppy, but that's kind of how it's going to be when you do it as well. Because you're going to be doing this quickly as your partner's reading or as you're reading it. You want all the details you can shove in here as you possibly can. Okay, then grandma takes me in her car. And then we say, well, maybe is grandma grounded too? So we might ask a question that we might want to answer, and we might put a star there. And as you can see, we're building our details and we're bubbling out as we go. And you really want this to be probably twice as many details as I have here, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to fill this all out. So you kind of get the idea. Bubbling, like I said, is a way to organize the details and thoughts from the story or whatever you're working on to help keep your timeline in your mind, or the story's plot, or whatever you're working on, keeps it organized. We'll be doing this a lot this year, so this is just our first time. I really like doing this in groups because it gives you time to listen and record your bubbles, but you'll be doing this individually as well. Home learners, you'll be doing this individually, obviously, because you're not in class, but it works the exact same way. And like I said earlier, when you bubble, you can do it at the end of the story and then review the story again. You can do it as you're reading the story. You can stop every few minutes and fill it out. However is easiest and best for you. I prefer to stop every few minutes, and so that's probably what we'll be practicing. But that is the basic way that you bubble a story or any other topic. If you have questions about this, let me know, and we will keep working on this.